Welcome back to PSC's Tech Bytes. This week we keep on talking about developing solutions for Microsoft Teams using SharePoint Framework. And specifically, I want to talk with you about how you can leverage the Microsoft Graph in Teams tabs and Teams personal apps using SPFX. In fact, through the Microsoft Graph, you can easily create meetings in a calendar, configure a team, configure new members or owners in a team in which you are, or even interact with any of the available workloads in Microsoft 365. So let me move to the demo environment and let me show you how you can do that in practice. First of all, let's start having a look at the solution from an end-user perspective. This is a Teams tab built with SharePoint Framework through which I can schedule a meeting in a calendar. And right now in my calendar, I don't have any meeting for today, but using this web part, I can say, let's talk about something. The meeting will be scheduled today from 10:30 to 12:30. I can simply click on the Create Meeting button and my meeting will be created. And in fact, if I go back now to my calendar, in a matter of few seconds, the meeting will show up. I can even refresh the page to speed up the process. And here you can see I have a meeting from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So that's my meeting, and the web part under the cover is using Microsoft Graph. How can we do that? Well, this is the source code of my web part, which is the Teams Graph consumer web part. And in there, in the render method, I create a React component, which will expect as the input properties a graph client object. So the object that we use to invoke Microsoft Graph in SharePoint Framework. And that one can be easily created using the context of SPFX, using the MS Graph Client Factory object, and invoking the getClient method, which will give me back a Microsoft Graph client, which I can use in SharePoint Framework. Moreover, another input parameter for the React component is the Teams context that we already talked about in one of the previous episodes. So I can simply say, if I have the Microsoft Teams in the SDKs of the context of SPFX, just get the Microsoft Teams context and provide it as the input parameter for the React component. Plus, I want to also provide the SharePoint Framework context just in case. By doing that, in the React component, in the render method of my React component, I will render the button to create a meeting. And the create meeting function will simply, first of all, check if we have a graph client object. If that is the case, okay, so we start working on the creation of the meeting. And first of all, in order to create a meeting with Microsoft Graph, we need to get the information about the user who is creating the meeting. So we use the graph client that we just got from the SharePoint Framework context, and using the Microsoft Graph, we go to the collection of users. We get the current user, as you can see, which is an information that we have in the team context of our Teams web part, Teams tab web part. Then we target the version 1.0 of Microsoft Graph, and we select the ID, the display name, and the user principal name of the currently connected user. By doing that, we will be able to build a calendar event object, which will be made of a body for the calendar meeting, a body preview, and the start and end date and time, the importance, and all the other information, including the email address of the user who is creating the request, as well as the list of attendees, which is right now just myself. It is important to notice that from a location point of view, I want to display as the location of my meeting the team in which I am. So I will again use the team context that I have in the properties of my React component in order to read the team name and the channel name in which I am. Once I have built this calendar event object, I can again use the graph client which I received from the SharePoint Framework web part, and targeting the collection of groups using the ID of the group in which I am in the current team context, I can target the collection of events in the default calendar of that group, and using the V1 of the Microsoft Graph, I can simply post the new event, which will create a new event in the calendar. If the creation will be successful, I will simply say, okay, here is your meeting. If not, I will show an exception. In order to be able to run such web part in Teams and eventually in SharePoint Framework, in the package solution file, we need to declare the Web API permission request sections, and in there we will need to have the Microsoft Graph permission from an Azure Active Directory point of view to group read-write all in order to being able to read and write objects in groups. In my scenario, I'm going to write a new event in the collection of the events. And at the same time, I need to have the user.read permission in order to being able to read the user and the information about the user who is creating the meeting. Once you have done that, you package the solution, you bundle first, you package the solution, then you upload the solution in the app catalog, and once you have done that, in the SharePoint Admin Center, under Advanced API Access, you will have a list of all of the pending requests and all of the approved requests. In the pending request, you can see, for example, that I have a pending request for Microsoft Graph for user read, but I also have, as the already approved request, the group read-write all and the use reader all, which are enough for me to run this client-side web part. So if you are deploying your solution, you will have to deploy the solution in the app catalog, and then you will have to come to the Advanced API Access page, select the pending request, and approve any pending request if you want to approve that request and make it effective in your tenant. By doing that, you will be able, inside Microsoft Teams, in a custom tip tab built with SharePoint Framework, to rely on the Microsoft Graph and to consume the Microsoft Graph. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week, still talking about developing solutions for Microsoft Teams. Thank you.